guys, welcome to my channel. I finally had a break from rotations and I'm here to talk to you guys about exactly that, how my first week of rotations went. And before I do so, I want to introduce myself for those that are new in my channel. My name is Adriana Cuesta and I'm in my 4th year of vet school. I went to St. George's University in Grenada, West Indies. I did my first 3 years there, and then they do kind of like this matching process where you match with another school that's from the US, and I picked Texas and I got it. I'm starting brand new school, brand new everything, and it's basically the last year of vet school, which is basically all rotations. So how does the rotations even work? Basically, the first 3 years of vet school and SGU, you take classes the whole time and you learn not only in the classroom setting, but you also have labs and you have surgeries and all that in Grenada. But then your last year, you're rotating at another hospital somewhere in the US, and it's basically divided in blocks in which in each block you learn about something new. So my first block, which all the blocks in Texas A&M are divided in 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks I change to a different block. My first block was equine orthopedic surgery. And I remember going to orientation and people would ask me, oh, what's your first rotation? And I'd be like, oh, equine ortho. And people would look at me like, ooh, yikes. And it took me very little time to figure out why. It's an amazing rotation, but it's so much work. Like the first day of rotations, I was super excited and like, you know, very optimistic to go there and everything. And I quickly understood that the amount of responsibilities that they throw at you on the first day is insane. And they just give you patience, and basically just imagine that they spent like 20 minutes of the rotation explaining to us our responsibilities. So that's a lot of responsibilities. In the general, you basically have cases that come in and you have cases that are there the whole time, and those are your patients, which means that I have, let's say, 7 patients, 7 horses that went through surgery or are there for surgery or are just there to be seen to see if they're good candidates for surgery. And from beginning to end, I'm the person that the owners meet. I'm the person that takes the history, and I assist the clinician on doing all the diagnostics and working up a plan. It's really cool because we work as a team and we figure out what's best for the horse. We work it out together, and I love that because it gives me an opportunity to put all this knowledge to use. And sometimes also what's in the book or what we've learned is not really what we do in everyday practice, so it gives me a huge opportunity to practice those things and then learn new things that I didn't think I was gonna do before. So it's only been a week and I've had a ton of patients and I've been involved in all their cases. I've scrubbed into surgeries and I've done a bunch of amazing things, and it's been pretty hard and it's been really fun. Hard because that means that I've been waking up every morning at 3 or 4 a.m. to be there at 5 the latest so I can do all my treatments, because so I'm in charge of these patients completely, from the moment they come in to the moment they come out. So I have to feed them, I have to give them water, I have to monitor, I have to give them all their treatments. So obviously they're not healthy patients, so they're there for a reason. And I would be the one to take care of this animal fully. And if something is wrong, I have to obviously let the clinician know. But I'm the one to do a physical exam at least 2 times a day to each patient and take them through surgery and be part of their case completely. So it's a lot of responsibility taking care of all those animals at the same time, which is why I get there super early every morning and I leave very late. This is literally the first break I have. Right now I'm recording, it's Sunday, and the whole week was just back to back, back to back. I got home really, really late, and not only is the rotation long and you work for a lot of hours, but I also had emergency some of the days. So every student has an emergency shift at some point. And I say a, but really it's multiple a week. I had 2 this week, which means that they allot me a certain time of the day or the night, and whatever happens during those times, I am the responsible person for those cases. So for example, some days ago, I was in emergency. It was from 5 to 12, meaning if you count right, I'm there for 5 a.m. and I do all my treatments, all my work, and I take all the patients that come that day. And then the rotation basically ends, let's say whenever I finish all my work, let's say 5 or 6 p.m. So on emergency, it's from 5 p.m. to midnight. So essentially I've been working from 5 a.m. to midnight. And I'm tired, I'm exhausted just to go to bed and wake up and do it all over again. Like, it was really intense. I have to honestly say that it was not easy. My first day was like horrible, just because I didn't expect this to be so crazy, but I think it's gonna be worth it because I'm gonna learn so much. I've already honestly learned so much. These clinicians that are my mentors right now are amazing. These ladies are badass, and I just hope that I can be as badass one day. So what did I do really during this rotation? So besides taking care of these animals in the morning and really like check them out and feed them and all of that basic stuff, during the day I took all the cases and I saw, oh my god, so many lameness exams and so many flexions and so many nerve blocks. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's basically a horse comes and the owner knows that there's something wrong with their gait, and we have to do multiple tests to find out not only where is the lesion, but how to treat it. So because of these lameness exams, I also did radiographs, ultrasounds, MRIs, and scintigraphy. And it was amazing because I got to be part of it from beginning to end. And in between that is surgery. I got to scrub in arthroscopy, I saw neurectomy, episiotomy. Okay, check these out. These came from a horse knee. Check these out. These are the bones that we took out through arthroscopy. Since it was my first time scrubbing into one, they let me keep them. I am so thrilled and so proud to be able to put my hands on these animals and assist and be part of these surgeries. I think there's no better learning than putting your hands on things. So I'm definitely learning a lot, and I have to also say there's moments where the clinicians are the ones to be like, hey doctor, what do you think we should do now? And they ask me for what I want, and they ask me what treatment I want to proceed with. And those are the moments where obviously you get super nervous because here you are, 3 years going to school, you're supposed to know something, and then you just say what you think, and sometimes you're right, sometimes you're not. And when you're not, you feel super bummed because, damn, like I should know that, or maybe I should do more research, and that's okay because that's what clinicals are for. Clinicals are basically there for you to get your hands dirty, for you to learn and become a better clinician. Besides that, I also saw a bunch of recheck patients that had surgery previously and they came to check if everything was all right. I also treated some foot abscesses, some lacerations, and did joint injections, which is pretty common on the equine world. So during emergency, you don't know what's gonna come. Whatever it is, even if it's a hamster, you have to treat it. And that's on us, the people that are in emergency. And in my emergency, I got a blocked sheep. And it was super fun. It was my first blocked sheep ever, and I'm sure I'll have many more because it's a very common thing to happen to sheep apparently. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I got my hands on it, and the clinicians were always there watching me, giving me advice and letting me do things, which is amazing. So in conclusion, clinical year is definitely harder than I thought, and it's gonna demand a different kind of student. It's gonna demand way more of me than I originally thought. And I mean, I did expect this to be hard, but I guess not this hard. But it's okay because I think it's gonna make me the best veterinarian I can be. And I'm looking forward to all this work because I've worked this hard to get here, to be here. And I remember dreaming about going to vet school and, you know, just being in vet school, getting accepted. And I never really thought about the work that was gonna have to be put into all those years of studying, just because I knew that that was just my goal, and I didn't really like think about the hardships of it. And you're there in vet school after you're accepted and you're like, wait, what? I'm in vet school already? Now I have to study and like work hard and stuff. And then you do, and you're like, oh my God, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. And then it gets easier. And then you keep studying and you get better at it. And then just when you're good at it, boom, you have to stop studying in the classroom and you have to actually put the work physically into the things that you've learned, and show them and put them into action. Then you go to clinical year and you think, oh my God, it cannot get harder than this. Believe me, my first day, I was freaking out. I called my parents, I was like, wow, I don't know if this is gonna be okay. But guess what? The second day was better, the third day was better, the fourth was better, and it just keeps getting better. Like, obviously it's gonna be hard. You're in a new place, you don't really know how things go, where things are, you don't know the people. They're trying to ask you 1,000 questions, so you're supposed to answer right. Sometimes you don't answer right, and you have patients that you don't know. You have to do presentations on them. It's a lot of change, and it can be overwhelming. It was so overwhelming for me. But guess what? Like, every day I feel better about it because I am doing what I love, and I think that when you have passion, it doesn't even matter how much work you have to put into it because you just do. You want to. I wouldn't want it any other way. I'd rather be in vet school and be in the best school that I can and work my hardest to become the best I can be now, because this is the moment for us to learn. So if you're trying to go to vet school, or you are in vet school, keep working hard, because I'm telling you, it's gonna pay off. I know I'm only halfway through my first rotation. I just finished my whole first week of it, but I can tell already that I've learned so much, and that's only 1 week. I know that every day that passes and every week that passes, I'm gonna learn something new, and that's gonna make me better. So I encourage all of you that whatever your dream is, no matter how hard it is, just keep going, because nothing really good comes easy. So work on it. It's gonna suck, but guess what? Time is gonna pass anyway. And when you look back to those times where you thought, oh my God, that was super hard, you're gonna laugh at yourself and you're gonna be like, wow, I thought that was hard. Well, guess what? You're more resilient than you think. And even though there's days that we think we won't survive this, we almost always do. So keep fighting, keep thriving, and don't give up. If you're in vet school and you're studying right now, keep studying. I promise you it will be worth it. And in conclusion, my clinical week was pretty crazy, but it was so fun and so worth it. I had my good, my bad, my ups, my down, but overall, so amazing. Like, I wouldn't change anything. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be, and so are you. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Send this to any vet student that you know, or any medical student that you know, because they need to know that once you get to clinical year, yes, it's gonna be harder, but it's gonna be worth it. So stay posted. Thank you guys for watching. Mwah.